Hello, friends. Hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon. A happy brunch with a bunch. I'm super duper excited about this. I kind of had some of my ADD brainstorming, so I'm hoping you love it. But on Wednesdays, we're going to be kind of talking about a beginner's guide to Disney. Today in particular, we're going to kind of walk through Main Street, both in Disneyland and sprinkle Disney World in there, to kind of give those must-dos, what we love about it, kind of the history of it. So let me know in chat or in the comments down below if you're watching replay, some of your favorite kind of unique things are on Main Street and in Magic Kingdom or Disneyland, and what are those must-dos for you, for anybody who is new to going to a Disney park. I think this year especially, people haven't been able to travel for a while, and so they're anxious to get out and go. And then also, I think that, the 50th anniversary of Disney World is out there and it's on commercials and people are talking about it and people are excited about it. So maybe people are looking to travel to Disney that maybe haven't gone ever or haven't gone since they were a child or in many years. So chat, I'm going to need all your expert advice on helping our friends that are looking to take that first ever or first Disney trip in a while. Now, let's take care of some business. If you haven't hit that like button, please do. It lets me know that you like this content, and it also lets YouTube know, so that's always helpful. And if you happen to be watching this on the replay, please leave me a comment down below, #replay, so I can tell you that you're amazing. And let's say hi to all our fantastic friends in chat. And I know I'm wearing this Mickey hat because I feel like, and Scam Likely is calling me, I feel like especially Main Street just gives you all those nostalgic vibes. And so I'm wearing my cast member ear hat here. And I'm lucky Taylor isn't here because she would not approve of the Mickey hat. She likes ears much better. Let's say hi to all our friends that are here live, and thank you. You being here makes my heart so happy. I see that Kevin Hernandez Vlogs just popped in, so welcome, Kevin, and thank you so much for being here. BDF Keith was first, and so thank you for being first, and for that reason, you're still a BFD to me. Keith, thank you so much. The amazing MVP Tina DCS, thank you so much for being here. Love you, girlfriend, and tell Chuck hi. And we also have It's Joey's World. Keith, Lisa, and Joey are just about the best thing ever. I did see that they put up a parody of Carousel of Progress. I haven't been able to watch it yet, but please go visit them, watch their vlogs and their streams. I believe they do so every Monday and Wednesday. Fantastic family, fantastic. I mean, just if you want a smile on your face, definitely check out It's Joey's World. And Surf's Up, Surfer Girl 326 is here. Welcome, Cherie. And let's keep saying hi. Katie Mack, newest member of the channel. Thank you so much for joining the pirate crew. You're amazing. I'll be getting that welcome mail out to you. And then October mail will be going out soon as well to all the members. Candy Mom, I want candy. I was one short there. Cynthia, my very best friend, thank you for being here. I wish I could give you coffee and chocolate, and you know why. Debbie Bernfeld, thank you so much for being here, Debbie. Debbie, if you could do me a favor and message me on Instagram or send me an email with your address, because you're an amazing member of the channel and I don't have your address to send you kind of cool stuff. So I'd love to send you a thank you note. So welcome, Debbie. Always so sweet. Thank you. And let me just see, April, my gorgeous redheaded friend. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. I'm gonna take it off with my mushy head, but it actually, big flex there, big flex. It's got, oh, now I've got it all crooked. cast member on the back. So always fun to wear that. If you wear it to the parks though, however, it's like, where is this? Where is that? Even if you're not working, which is fine. I enjoy that. I like being the map. I am the man. Lisa Z is in the house. Lisa, girlfriend, I love you. Thank you so much. I always love chatting with you through email. Fantastic, fantastic. So thank you. And if I didn't say hi, oh, Joy to the world. Joy S is here. Joy is having a live stream tonight. So definitely check out her channel. If you subscribe and hit the notification bell, you won't miss any of her streams. Joy, so I'm looking forward to that tonight. We have the beautiful Dawn, the Hitchhiking Bones, where there's always room for one more. Definitely check out Dawn. She also has a live stream tonight. I want to say it's at 10:30 Eastern time. Please let me know, Dawn. And any mods, feel free to add links to whatever channels are here visiting with us today. I love you all. Okay, let's get into this because I feel like we're not going to be able to go over all of Main Street in one stream. But Wednesdays, I am going to be doing a beginner's guide to Disney. So and real quick before we get into it, I can't tell you how many times my friends, my family, subscribers to the channel, our friends that subscribe, have said to me, hey, you know, I love your channel. It's super fun. But, you know, for somebody that is just starting to go to Disney or doesn't go all the time, you know, it seems like all the streams that people do and all the vlogs that people do on Disney YouTube are for people like us that go all the time. Not so much for the person that's never been before, hasn't been in a long time. So I feel like this is going to be fun to kind of revisit, put fresh new eyes on, and kind of talk about all those things that we love about Disney, Disneyland, Magic Kingdom, Disney World, and kind of go through all our must-dos, must-eat Disney, creating Disneyland. And Magic Kingdom is, you know, kind of the same footprint. And let me bring on my very beautiful friend as I go on my little thing. Hi! And let's do that.
Hey, so, Kelly, can you hear me okay?
This is Dawn. Welcome, welcome. You look gorgeous and love your ears.
Thank you. Thank you. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you perfectly.
Good. I sat down, kind of came in on two wheels because I wanted to join you for this topic. I'm excited about
you know me, and I'm always late. So, so thank you. You're the best. So I love this, and I heard this from one of the Imagineers on something I watched, and I just love it because Walt came from a movie making background. So when he went to create Disneyland, he used that same love of the theater, love of making movies to build his theme park. So when you go to, I mean, compare to when you go to a movie, when he built Disneyland, the first thing you see is that fantastic marquee Disneyland. Just like at a theater, and also at Disney World, if you're parking, you see that fantastic Disney World sign as you enter, you know, and so it's that same movie-esque feeling. And then in Disneyland especially, there's ticket booths, and they're so cute. They're, you know, kind of Victorian looking, and they're, you know, you walk up to the booth, and so there's these fantastic booths, and then as just like at a movie theater. And then as you go in Disneyland, of course, you go through a turnstile.
Don't you love those turnstiles still?
I do.
Love, you know, they started taking them out. They kind of got to be, you know, old school. And I love it when I have to go through a turnstile. It's
I love it. Now at Disney World, you'll just scan your Magic Band and go in. But it is that same kind of, at Disneyland, I love that they've kept turnstiles, and I really hope they do. Because there's something about pushing that, you know, through.
It is. It's an official entrance. It's like an official. You know, I actually, you know, normally when I'm taking somebody into the parks for the first time, I take a picture of them as they go through
Oh,
the
that's a
turnstile for
great
the first time.
idea.
Yeah, it's just kind of a little memory. There are other elements too, Kelly, of that movie making influence. Cast
Yeah.
members,
Yes.
on stage, backstage, the terms, that Walt
Yes,
used.
he
Well,
definitely used movie
yes,
terms.
yes,
And I love that you said that because it's true, and they're all in their little costumes, and he's telling a
yeah,
story. So
yes,
Disneyland or Magic Kingdom,
yes.
especially, he's telling you
It
a
is.
story
Yeah,
in that same kind of
yes,
movie-esque way. So as you go through the turnstiles, and you'll see that the train station and
yes.
those
Oh,
beautiful that flower
gosh,
bed.
technical difficulties here.
story,
Just
story
talk amongst yourselves.
story of my life, Dawn. But do you know, I think it's the most photographed place in the world is
Oh
in
yeah,
front
it
of those
has to be.
flower beds at a Disney park. So,
It has to be.
um,
Yeah. Or in front of the castle. Have you ever actually wondered, I've wondered this before, two things. How many pictures of the castle and the entrance have been taken over the years? And how many pictures of random strangers that you appear in? Like in the back
I
or
always, I always think that, and I'm sure that it's just like when there's a random picture of me that I accidentally take, in selfie
right,
mode.
right.
I'm sure I look like I have 72 chins.
Oh,
So,
oh no, no.
so
No, no, no.
if you're at Disney, you just put a smile on your face no matter what, because you never know whose picture you might be
That's
photobombing.
exactly right. And
Um,
sometimes, when I see YouTubers or people, I always why you really
oh,
go.
I also suck in, stick my chest out, and smile.
You go, girl. You go.
Let's be
Stand up a
real.
little
Let's be
straighter. Get
real.
the posture. Oh my God,
Yes,
it's so
yes.
true. So
Yes,
true.
yes. Yes.
Yeah, it's
Yes, I love that, Tina. I'm always like, who's at the park? Who's at the park? So what I also love, this like blew my mind because I couldn't believe that. How did I not make this connection like my whole life? But after you take your picture by the, flower Mickey under the train station, you have to choose to go tunnel right or tunnel left. Let me know in the comments, my friends, do you go left or right? Is it always the same? Let me know. But as you go through those tunnels, there's the attraction posters. Just
yeah,
like when
yeah,
you go to a movie theater
exactly,
and they have the
exactly.
movies that are showing and
Oh
the
yeah,
movies are upcoming.
yeah,
So just as you go, I love that. I mean, it literally gives me goosebumps. I don't know why, but I just
yeah,
love so much thought is put in that,
yeah,
some often you see people that go to Disney or even myself, you kind of go through that turnstile, you scan your magic band and you race to that first ride, the first food, the
yeah,
first whatever
yeah.
you're doing, and you sort of just blow right past Main Street. So today we're gonna kind of meander and kind of I do encourage
I
everybody,
like
if
it.
you have the time, spend some time there. Best time
Yeah,
is to do it like mid-afternoon when it's not so
right.
busy.
Yep, definitely.
Or early in the morning, or late at night.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, and then what hits you as you go through and you see those attraction posters? The smell of popcorn. There's a popcorn cart
Yes,
on each
right,
side of the
immediately.
tunnels.
I love it. And Mickey, what I took my husband went to Disneyland for the first time in 20, I guess it was 2020, 2019, 2019. We went for the opening of Galaxy's Edge. It was accidental, but by the grace of God, we hit it at the week that Galaxy's Edge opened. Was Jeff's first trip. What I totally loved, and I had not set foot in Disneyland since I was a teenager, So, what I totally loved was that when we walked in, there was Mickey standing there, and that's the first thing we did was have our picture made with Mickey. I mean, it was Disneyland has pieces of charm that remain to this day from the opening of the park that Walt
Yes.
Disney World does not have. If you go to Disneyland thinking it's going to be, it is similar to Walt Disney World in a lot of ways, but guys, you got to go to the original park.
You really
gotta
do.
go.
I love that you said that, and everything means
Yeah.
something.
It
Disneyland
does.
does take this, and I say it a lot, and it's not just because, you know, Disneyland is my park and I love it so much, and I love Disney World, but Disneyland, they really hold fast to
They
keeping
do.
Walt there.
They
So
do.
and everything kind of means something.
Yeah.
Every brick, every window, everything
Yes.
you look at means
Yes.
something. And
Yes.
as we kind of go
Incredible.
through this on Wednesdays, you'll find out that a lot of Lillian and Walt Disney's personal items have been incorporated into the parks. So first you'll see on the left, and I won't talk about it a lot, but you'll see guest services or City Hall, and that's where you can get all those help with services as disability passes, or if you're having problems with your My Disney experience, any of those kind of things, you can go there to get help. If you have questions, at Disneyland, you can also go there to get any recipes. If you try something and you love it so much, like those mango barbecue skewers,
I'm making a note.
You can go there to guest services or City Hall.
Stop it.
And just ask for the recipes. It's crazy.
Okay. See, I didn't know that, Kelly.
Walt's Chili, which I'll probably be making on my channel here pretty soon. But Walt's Chili, you can get the recipe there. So it's really fantastic. And I love how they print it out. It's just kind of old school looking.
Yeah.
And I love also they have the gumbo, the famous gumbo over from New Orleans Square.
Yeah.
So you can go over there and get any of those fun recipes. But as we go past that, is one of my favorite things about Disneyland is you will see the fire station. And now at Disney World, it had been where you would get the Sorcerers of the Kingdom cards. Now it's a kind of a fireman, firewoman, fire station museum. But in Disneyland, I'm going to tear up now. Walt's apartment is above the fire station in Disneyland. You can book tours and it includes going up there to see it, the Keys to the Kingdom.
Walk in Walt's footsteps, which I will take. Next trip, I will do that next trip.
Well, call me, girlfriend, because I want to go with you. Walk in Walt's footsteps, and
right, Tina. Hey, yeah. Jeff is left-handed. Jeff is a southpaw when he pitched in baseball. Yeah.
I love that. I love that.
I love lefties.
I sort of mix it up. I tend to go left. I tend to go left myself.
Really?
But Walt's apartment is there. So day, night, 24 hours a day, you will see the lamp in the window, beautiful green glass. It's a kind of those old-fashioned hurricane lamps in the window.
Curtains.
Lillian and Walt both very much love the Victorian era and decor from the Victorian times. So that's how Walt's apartment is decorated. It was decorated by Lillian, and there's this wonderful lamp in the window. We always say hello to Walt, and when we leave Disneyland, we always give him a kiss goodbye and say thank you. Yes, I mean, it's just a thing.
You have to turn, and I do. I tear up. But when we walked into Disneyland, as I said, I had not been to Disneyland since I was a teenager, and I took my husband in for the first time. And we had some friends with us, and friends from high school who live in Redondo Beach, and we stayed with them and had the most wonderful catch-up visit and what have you. But when I got there, so John, our friend, said, okay, I'm going to go to guest services and get, Jeff's got to have the, first visit, Mickey button and, all that. And y'all need an anniversary button because you're celebrating your anniversary.
Yes, you can also do that at guest services, right? All those free buttons. I love them.
I love them. I love them. They were handing those out, and I just, I stood there and I just did a twirl right in the middle.
Oh.
I just twirled, and and I looked over at John, and he just died laughing. He said, "Yeah," he said, that's how I feel, every time I walk in, because they're annual pass holders for years and years. Anyway, it's very magical. It's smaller, it's cozier than
Yes.
Walt Disney World. There's a lot
I
of
like to call it,
shade.
it's more intimate. And
Is.
there's more shade, which I don't understand.
I
I mean,
love the
Disney
shade.
World is 50 years. I mean, the trees have had time to grow.
To say the least. And I wish that they had, maybe it's a, cleanup thing. I don't know. I mean, because it is more maintenance, obviously, when you have the trees. But I love, love, love the shade. New Orleans
Yes.
Square is my favorite area, and it's shaded, all these old trees, and
Yes.
even a couple of trees that have historical significance that are
Oh
there
my
from
goodness.
Orange Grove.
Absolutely. Yes.
Even the trees have history.
It's so true. It's so true.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yes, and we'll definitely. I think I've already scheduled the New Orleans Square one. You'll have to come and join me for that one. And then I want to do a Frontierland because there's just so much there too in Adventureland. So we're gonna be doing this. But that green light now stays on 24 hours a day. When Walt was in the park, the light would be on to signify that, hey, Walt is here. So all the cast members would know.
Okay. Everybody stand up a little straighter, like you're having your picture taken by total stranger. Katie Mack, we got our kiddos' first haircuts at the Main Street Barber Shop.
Oh, that was going to be my next, because at Disney World, there is a barber shop. Now, you can do, like she had her daughter or son. I think that's a really cool thing for like a first haircut, or just, I mean, what a big flex to say, hey, I got my haircut in Disney World.
Yeah. Well, see, now William and Jillian are going to Walt Disney World for my grandson's 3rd birthday in November. And I said, William, if you can get it, take him and have his haircut at the barber shop. I think that would just be the most special thing. And adults can do it too, guys. It's not just kiddos. So
right, yeah. Which I think big flex. So
absolutely.
So in Disney World you can actually get your hair cut. And we missed the train. I was going to end with the train, but you definitely, that train station, we know that Walt loved trains. There's nothing like riding the train around Disneyland. But we're going to, after the barbershop, or if you're at Disneyland, there's no barbershop.
And after you have your picture made with Mickey, because Mickey Mouse is there, full tux and tails, ready to greet you, have your picture made with. It's the magic starts the second you step in, guys.
It's so true. And just like a movie, you don't see the whole movie at once. Right. So you just sort of see Main Street, and then it's going to open up. And, pay attention to the windows, because all the windows along Main Street pay homage to, they just seem like fun and quirky as you walk through, but they actually mean something.
They do.
In all
early
the Disney
Imagineers.
Parks, so they honor
animators.
Those animators, Imagineers, costumers, just important people to the making of that park. Are definitely in there. So definitely check those out. But we're going to come to something very, special to me, is the Emporium. So you're going to see the Emporium, those fantastic Emporium windows. And I'm so sorry, Disney Worlders, if you haven't been to Disneyland, you don't know what the Emporium windows are supposed to be.
Yeah, that's probably true. That's
so flippin' amazing. They change. The scenes change.
They're incredible.
They're incredible. I love them at Disney World, but oh my gosh. Now, I did put some shorts up that I took of some of the windows. But it reminds you of like when you see those old movies, like It's a Wonderful Life, or you see Miracle on 34th Street, how they show those, or even my favorite Christmas movie, A Christmas Story, where they show those, amazing windows,
Oh yeah.
decorated and all animatronic and everything. So you definitely want to take some time to
Hmm.
spend with those windows. But
Yes.
I worked at the
Yes.
Emporium in Magic Kingdom. I'm super happy about
Mm,
that in Disney
yeah.
World that I can say that. So
Yeah.
the Emporium, a lot of people just use it as the pass through to avoid the
That's
crowd.
right. Got a shortcut. Like
So
go ahead,
it's
walk through. You're
it's
walking
a
through like this.
great, it is
You
a
don't want to
great.
stop to buy anything, right? You're just trying to get through there so you can't look.
Well, I know I'm not going to encourage you to actually shop in the morning because nobody wants to lug around those
Right.
bags or monkey with it. You've got things to do, things to eat, places to go.
There you
But
go.
do spend some time in there. In Disneyland and Disney World, the Emporium, look up.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just so
Yes.
many
Yes.
cool things.
Absolutely.
And they've decorated. Now, Disneyland still maintains the separate shops. So, yes, you can access them all on either side of the street by going straight through inside, but each shop maintains its own identity. Where in
Yes.
Disney World, it's the Emporium
Right.
from corner to corner.
Yes.
So,
Yes. It's
so it
different.
is pretty
Different
cool.
setup.
Yeah, yeah. Which
Hmm.
I'm just kind of going over Disneyland and talking about the differences. If you're on the street, you're gonna probably see the Dapper Dans. You're gonna see those Main Street vehicles, which I love.
Yes.
And then we're gonna go
Yes.
across the street here in a little bit. But
Yeah.
at the Emporium, you can pretty much find most generic Disney World
Yes.
things. Um, but they have some unique shops at both. I love the Crystal Art Shop where they do those like blown glass. I mean,
Oh
wow,
yes.
what is
Yes.
happening?
Yes. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
the Mad
And
Hatter shop on Main Street. Now that is a Disneyland thing. I think they've
mhm.
gotten rid of that to expand
Yes, and
the
that hurt my
confectionery.
feelings that they got. Yeah, that hurt my feelings because I love to go in there. I love the atmosphere. If you pick up the telephone in there, you
Yes,
can. I mean,
yes.
you can. Everything there. There's nothing that doesn't have a meaning or some magic surrounding it. The first and when Jeff and I went in, the second day, we went to Disneyland 3 days while we were there. When we went in, well, it's actually the third day because that would have been the day that we had reservations to go into Galaxy's Edge opening week. Stop it. Yes, we did. Yeah,
Wow,
it was nuts.
wow.
When we walked in, there was a wonderful cast member called Steven. Steven, I
Hi,
hope you're
Dave and
still
Chris.
there, who was driving Walt's fire truck. And we just I said, hey, let's take a main street. He was beckoning, so let's drive in, right in the fire truck. He told us, I was sitting right behind him. He said, introduced myself. He said, Dawn, you're sitting right where Walt used to like to sit in this fire truck. Well, I said, really? He said, yes, ma'am. He said, this is it. And that is the very first video that I put up on my channel, is
Oh,
that ride in the fire truck.
wow.
We got in the fire truck and we rode to Sleeping Beauty Castle. It's the very first video that I ever put up on my channel, and it's still my favorite.
Oh
The
my goodness.
editing is
I
not
love that.
great. It's just kind of a straight little out because I was a newbie. I didn't know anything about, all this YouTube stuff that you have to learn, and it still may be my favorite video. It's fantastic. It makes me happy. Anytime I need to smile, I watch that video because Stephen, our driver, was just fantastic. He was laughing and telling jokes, and he was
Ah,
waving at people, saying, "These are my new friends. They're all from Texas." Yeah,
ah,
it was fantastic. It's fantastic. Yeah,
I love it. Oh
so
my goodness. I mean, for
yeah,
you, I love that. I mean, my
yeah,
goodness, you were sitting in Walt's favorite spot
yeah.
on the fire truck.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's what Steven said. So,
that makes the day.
I
What,
mean,
what?
it does before we even get to the castle, day made. So, And I
Oh
think
my
I think I
goodness.
put a post actually up about that on social media and said hashtag day made already.
Oh my goodness. I love
Mhm,
it. I love it.
mhm. Yeah, it was great.
Now, okay, adding to my must-do list. I,
I'm
I
taking
love
notes
that.
too.
There are some fun things that used to be on Main Street, and I just wanted to kind of mention those because they're kind of funny. But there used to be a lingerie shop on
Yes.
Main Street, which
Yes.
I find hilarious. Like, hey, I'm at Disneyland. I
I
need,
know.
a lace bustier. Let's be honest, Dawn. Disneyland does make me hot. How about you?
Listen, I'm for getting a corset anytime. I would be so for that. Is that yeah? Am I to understand that that is actually where you can go in and have like the cutout pictures that they do? Is that what's there
Yes,
now?
yes, yes. The
Okay, I thought
silhouette
that was it.
pictures. Now, I
Yes,
believe at Disney World that's outside. At
mhm. It
Disneyland,
is.
it's
Yeah,
actually a little shop where they used to
yeah.
sell lingerie. Um,
I love
I
it.
mean,
I love it.
and then there also was a smoke shop. A smoke shop. So,
Yes,
yeah.
yes, there was.
One of
There
our
was.
traditions is, as we come into Disneyland, is we take a picture of all of us with the Native American kind of statue that's on Main Street, and that's where
Yeah.
the smoke shop was. Now, let's be honest. Walt loved his tobacco. He loved a
He
cigar. He
did. He
loved
did.
a
Yeah. Yeah.
cigarette, and he was a
Yeah.
man's man.
It
He
was.
loved like a scotch.
He
um
did. It
uh
was.
After hours, after
Yeah.
the park closed,
He did.
he
Yeah.
would entertain,
Yeah. Loved his
family, friends.
Marceline's coffee. Love that Marceline's coffee.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. He
Yeah.
would entertain people in Plaza Inn, where the chicken dinner is, but there was like kind of a back area with like a bar. So,
Hmm.
I just love
Hmm.
that. But so yes, so
Hmm.
whenever you see a picture now of Walt and it looks like he's doing the Disney point, people, he's not. He's
He's holding a cigarette. He's holding a cigarette.
they've airbrushed the cigarette out,
Yeah.
which, I mean, come on, it's a legal activity. I'm not going to act like it's the worst thing
Well,
ever.
well,
I
and
don't
Walt
smoke, but
realized it was the time, folks.
yes,
It was
everybody
the
smoked. You what?
time. It
You
was, and you have to take that into consideration. And Walt also realized that it was really not a habit that he wanted to encourage. I mean, he smoked, but he also kind of refrained from smoking in front of kids or when he
yes.
was on stage. And so but again, it's like you said, Kelly. Walt was a man's man. He was a patriot.
Yes. And we
He
didn't
was a
talk about the flagpole yet, but
yes,
as soon as you walk in,
yes,
that's the first thing you see is the flagpole and that
yeah, yeah.
ceremony. But anyway, go
It's
ahead.
all of Disneyland is very strategically planned and laid out. Main Street USA itself is modeled after his home in Marceline, Missouri,
Hmm.
after Main Street in Marceline, Missouri, and it's all designed like the train station is there, and you see the train station. Just back it up for a second here, and but you can't see what's inside. It's like opening a package when
Yes.
he so all of those elements of showmanship, the reveals, the big reveals, like walking and you walk around there in the square, on the square, and you get that first look down Main Street at the castle. All of that is strategically laid out to give you those aha moments, to give you
Oh, sure.
those, yeah,
Just like in a movie, how it's not
yes,
revealed all at once. So, and I
exactly.
love that the flag was a centerpiece. He was such a
I do
patriot.
too.
But
I
when we
do.
talked about those windows and how they have actual Imagineers and
Yeah.
animators on there, those are the opening credits
Yeah.
to
Yes.
the movie.
Yes.
So that's
Yes. Yes.
that. So they're those
Yeah.
opening credits to movies. There's so much
Yeah.
that's put in the thought of it that I just love, and how it's
Yeah.
just revealed so subtly that you don't even realize it, but it adds so much depth to everything. And let's be honest, Main Street is the first land you enter. It's not often
Yes.
referred to
Yeah,
as a
that's
land,
true.
but
That's
it
true.
absolutely is. And I love the
It is.
nostalgia of it.
Totally is.
It's just, that what do we all think of, when we look at our lives? Our first memories are that first town that we lived in.
Yeah.
And I think that's where he
Sure.
starts his
Sure.
movie,
It
is
does.
that
It
first
does.
land. A couple of the parks have that same footprint of kind of walking in the middle area, the
They
Main
do.
Street.
They do. Yeah.
Walt Disney World, Disneyland, obviously, but also California Adventure and Hollywood Studios.
Yeah.
I think
Well, in
they keep that
Epcot,
same
they have
footprint.
Epcot has the flagpole too, Kelly.
It, I mean, they all
Yeah,
have the flagpole,
they
but I
do.
mean, they tell that same
Yeah,
story. Now in Epcot, you
they
see
do.
the castle first,
Yes. Yeah.
so it's not the big
Yeah.
reveal, but they all kind of have their
They
big
do.
castle, which I love.
Yeah.
Um,
Each park has its own icon, and so I love that they maintained. When they got to Disney World, and they had all of these, bigger plans that Walt wanted for Disney World because he didn't want to be landlocked anymore. And boy, he made that dream happen
yeah,
because they
he
still
does
have.
say that his biggest mistake as far as California was not dreaming big enough,
Yeah. Yeah.
because it was orange groves, it was agriculture.
Yes.
But as soon as
Yes.
people got word he was putting this theme park, they bought up and put
Oh
hotels and
yeah.
things like that.
Yeah.
So it just really made him
Mhm.
mad.
Yeah.
Um,
Same thing happened, and same thing happened in Walt Disney World.
yeah,
He purchased the land, the Florida project. He purchased the land for the Florida project using several dummy corporation names
yes,
so that nobody would know until they got that massive land project completed that it was Disney. And so Walt may never have walked the streets. He may never have walked Main Street, but I'm gonna tear up, guys. It was his bigger dream. It was his
well,
bigger
I
dream.
get upset when people say it was his bigger dream. It was a dream, but it
Yes,
didn't in any
yes.
way minimalize
No, and that's
Disneyland.
not to minimize Disneyland at all. It was a
Fight
way
me,
for
Dawn.
him. Yeah, yeah.
Just kidding.
No. Now, Kelly, that I
I'm
would
just
never,
kidding.
I would never disrespect Disneyland. I would never disrespect
I
Disneyland.
know. I'm just
Um,
messing with you.
but he,
He had
I,
so much more to do.
he did. He wanted. We can bring more magic to more people.
Yes.
And after his untimely and sad death, Roy, how many times have you thought of Roy this week with the 50th, of Walt
Oh my
Disney World?
goodness.
Made it
Honestly, I mean,
happen.
what
Yeah,
a tribute
yeah,
to his brother and to the legacy of Disney.
made it happen.
And I
Sure,
mean, Roy literally, came out of retirement,
it did.
made his brother's
Did.
dream come true,
Did.
and passed away a few months later.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
dedication of
yeah.
that family,
Mhm.
and we're also thankful. I love Disney World. I think there's so many wonderful things that
Mhm.
are unique
Sure.
to Disney World. I mean, honestly, Disney World's so big, you could never go into a park and be busy 10
Right.
days in a row and not do everything outside of the parks.
Oh yeah. Oh
It's
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
it's
It's
incredible.
true.
I mean,
Yeah, it's true.
honestly. Um, uh,
No. But Disneyland
yeah,
for true, and I always tell people this because they
exactly,
say,
Tina.
well, I know you've gotten the question 1,000 times, Kelly. Which one is better, Disney World or Disneyland? That's a question that I can't answer because, and that's what I tell people. I
I
love
should
Disney
be so
World.
good. I should be so good.
Well, but I always tell people if you are a true Disney parks lover, if you are a true fan, you have to go to the original park. At some point, you have to, if you've never been to Disneyland, anybody in the chat who's never been to Disneyland, um, you will thank me. Just do it. Just plan the trip. Go. It's a totally different experience. There's so many things in Disneyland that are better than what's in Disney World. I didn't mean to derail you, Kelly.
No,
As far
no,
as your,
derail me. That's the story of
but
our channel. Derailed.
and still keeping with Walt's train theme.
Yes.
But yeah, so I mean, I adore Disney World. You know that I do. We kind of consider Disney World our home park because that's
Sure.
just kind of the direction we go. You know, when our kids were little, I guess. But William and Jillian went to Disney World or went to Disneyland. You know, and they will go back. I mean, it's for a true Disney fan. There's nothing
Just
like
for
it.
the history,
There's nothing like it.
it's amazing, and I
It
agree.
is. It
And
is.
Katie, yes, the chapeau, which is
The
called,
chapeau, exactly.
they've taken out the
Yeah.
chapeau in Disney
Yeah.
World
Yes.
to make the confectionery bigger. Now
Hmm.
in Disneyland, they still have where the chapeau's located in Disney World on Main Street. They have the Mad Hatter, and you can get your.
Hmm.
I love a classic Disney hat. Taylor doesn't love it when I wear them, but I
I
need to
love them.
have my
I love
name put
them.
on here.
You do.
Um, yes, so I love
Yes.
that. So thank you. That I mean, there's nothing like I think when you take your children for the first time, it's just a rite of passage to go over to the Mad Hatter, get that,
It is.
Mickey ears,
It
get their
is.
name put on it, and it becomes a
It
great
is.
keepsake for
Yeah, it
sure.
is.
Um, yes, April.
Yes.
Okay, just call me. I will be your tour guide. I
Oh
promise.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Um,
Definitely.
but
Do you know,
yes.
Kelly, I still have, okay, when I was a little girl, I always loved Disney because my family loved Disney. My aunt Bonnie, who was really a world traveler, always loved Disney. All my aunts loved Disney. But I had a cousin that lived in LA for years and years and years. And so when I was little, she sent me a pair of ears. She sent me my first ear hat. I still
Oh,
have it, and it
oh, I
has my
love that.
name on the back. If I'd thought of it, I would have, brought it on today to show it to you. But it's old and yellow, and it's, uh, and the ears are, kind of
They just
it's,
everything,
but I
everything.
love it. It has my name embroidered on the back, like what you're
I
talking about,
love it.
and
I love it.
I
I,
wouldn't
you
take
know,
anything more. It's a
I have so many
treasure.
pictures of my brother and I, bopping around
Yeah.
at Disney World,
Oh,
with our
ah,
little hats
yeah,
on, and
yeah,
yeah, and my
yeah.
kids, of course. But I did want to mention a couple other really cool shops. There's a magic shop in Disneyland. If we go across from the Emporium,
Mhm.
you're going to have the candy shop, which
Yes,
is
yes.
fantastic, similar to the confectionery.
Right.
But there's also just the tiniest little magic shop. They do sell some magic items there.
Mhm.
They sell a lot of pins as well in that shop.
Mhm.
What is kind of cool is that, oh gosh, Steve, oh gosh, his name just left my brain. Father of the Bride, Steve Martin.
Steve
Steve
Martin. Yeah.
Martin worked there
He did.
while he was in college,
Yeah.
and they actually performed
Yeah.
magic tricks. I have actually been to Disneyland. Steve Martin he's a huge Disney fan, so he goes to
Oh yeah.
Disneyland a lot,
Yeah.
and he will actually go into the magic shop and do card tricks
Oh,
and things like that. So I've
how
actually
cool.
been to Disneyland while Steve Martin's out just outside the magic shop because honestly
Really?
it's too
Oh my
small.
goodness.
Um, and
Wow.
he's just doing, just having the best time ever.
Wow.
It
Now
is,
that's how cool is that?
and I mean that to me is so
Yeah. Yeah.
cool.
It is.
I
It is.
love that. I
Me
love
too.
that. There's also a penny arcade, and the arcade machines literally take pennies.
Yeah.
I am
Yeah.
when I was first vlogging, I did kind of do a video, but I did it the wrong way. And anyway, I want to go back in there, but they're kind of these
Right.
old school kind of turn of the century into the
Mhm.
20th century arcade games. And
Yeah.
they're just so stinking fun, you know,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the fact that you can do anything for a penny, are you kidding me?
Right.
And it's in,
Anymore?
yeah, the candy
Yeah.
shop. So there's the candy shop, you've got the
Yeah.
arcade. There's also a fortune teller, which I
Yeah.
just saw this. There's also my favorite fortune teller is a Red Fortune, REDD Fortune over in New Orleans Square, and it's a pirate and he tells your fortune. You can now access it on the app and it'll
Really?
activate the machine so you don't have to
Oh.
put your quarters in. And you can do that once a day now with the
Oh my
Disneyland app.
goodness.
So I'm not
What a
sure if
great
that,
tip.
but the fortunes are really piratey and cool. Over in New Orleans Square, they're a little different. But I love that they have that kind of old school fortune teller
I do
machine.
too.
And so that's always pretty fun. Trying to think, they also still have the movie theater at Disneyland.
They do.
So you can go
Which I
and
love.
I do too. First of all, it's air conditioned,
Yeah. Yeah.
and they're kind of those old school cartoons. A lot of them are in black and
Mhm.
white. Really kind of fun. This just old movie theater vibe.
Mhm.
In Disney World, that's now kind of a gallery. Where you can buy like
Mhm.
fancy things, and but it is really cool in there. I think we would be remiss if we didn't mention the Abraham Lincoln. Um,
Great moments with Mr. Lincoln, absolutely.
yes.
Oh, it's very
Um,
special. So
oh
special.
my goodness. There's also,
Yeah.
as you go in there, the great moments with Mr. Lincoln, you can also see the actual park bench from
Yes.
Griffith Park that
Yes.
Walt had sat on as he was
Mhm.
watching his daughters go on the merry-go-round, um, the carousel, and had thought, I would really like to build a park where parents and children can play together. So
Yeah.
that is
Yeah.
amazing to me.
Mhm.
That is still there. I mean,
Yeah.
but the great moments with Mr. Lincoln is similar ish to the Hall of Presidents.
Mhm.
Um,
Same type, I think same type thought, but a same song, different verse, maybe. Um, but great moments with Mr. Lincoln. Don't skip that, guys, because that um, is so inspirational. It is so inspirational. That animatronic was developed for the 1964 World's Fair. Am I right about that, Kelly? In New
yes,
York City, it was one of their first, if not their first animatronic.
I believe it
Um,
was the first animatronic, like full
and
out animatronic,
yeah,
not just
and
like a bird.
it's incredible. The people, Walt saw a great opportunity in the 1964 World's Fair, and he took full advantage of that. But that Lincoln animatronic was developed for that, and people at the World's Fair, it was so good that people at the World's Fair didn't believe it was animatronic. They thought it was a person.
Yes, yes,
But it is a treat to go in there. It is so patriotic. It makes me proud to be American. It gives me such pride in my country and such pride in our founding
welcome,
and
King Bee.
President Lincoln and all that he meant to our country. It's amazing. It's amazing. Again,
It
Walt was a patriot. So
I love that you say that because there is, I mean, I will get goosebumps and tear up when I go to that show or the
I
Hall
do
of
too.
Presidents.
I
No
do too.
matter your
Yeah.
politics, you just leave
Yes.
being like so impressed with
Just an
America.
American.
Like
Just an
I
American.
just like it's like
Yeah.
so like prideful, not in a
Yeah.
bad way, but just so proud of the people
Yes.
that came before
It's
us.
humbling. It's humbling.
It's
Yeah.
yes.
It just makes you feel very blessed. It does. It really
Absolutely,
does. Especially.
absolutely. I think you just walk out, I love America.
You
And
do.
it really is important. I think that, I
I think it
think
is
that's
too,
what
Kelly.
sets
Yeah.
Disney parks apart from regular theme parks is that
Yeah.
there's so much that is important
Yes.
that is sprinkled in there.
Right.
Just the idea of being able to spend time with those you love and have
Right.
fun, where this idea came from. But
Right.
then there's just so many
Right.
things that are sprinkled in that are fun, but also things that are important. So I love that. I love that. Now in Disney World, it would be where the meet and greet is for Tinkerbell and like Mickey and Minnie and their whatever celebration outfits they're having at that time. And then next to Tony's Town Square. And I don't think a talk about Main Street would be complete without talking about Tony's Town Square restaurant. I mean, come on now. I love me some Lady and the Tramp. I love Tony's. The food I had was fantastic. I went with Dole Whip Dad and his family and Taylor, and we just had the best time. I've only been once, but it was one of those like bucket list items. Like I have to eat at Tony's. Are you kidding me? I just wish I had someone there I could like share a spaghetti noodle with.
Right.
Taylor was not, my daughter Taylor was not game for that.
No, but I feel as a parent that it is my job to embarrass my children as many times as I possibly can. I think it's a learning experience for them, and they can pass that on to their children.
And I love Katie. Yes. I say it's not just a great job that you have as a parent. It's a delight. There is nothing quite like embarrassing our children. It's just stinking fun.
It is.
And I love Katie says she's overdue for a Disneyland trip. I think we all are, whether we leave there today or I'm overdue.
If I went yesterday, I'm overdue for a Disneyland trip today. So
yes. I agree completely.
Yeah. We need to make that happen, Kelly. We need to go together.
Yes. Oh my goodness. And we'll ride the fire truck. And really quick, I'm going to talk about some of the dining that is on Main Street. Yes. First, you're going to encounter the Carnation Cafe, which I absolutely love. Carnation Cafe is an opening day restaurant. There is a very, very famous cast member who worked from opening day until he just retired like 2 years ago, Oscar. And you can still ask for Oscar's famous potatoes. They're a secret menu item. That is another thing I really love about Disneyland. They have a lot of those secret item menus. You just ask when you go, or Google it. But when you sit down, ask your waiter or waitress, or if it's quick service, hey, what you got on the secret menu? And they're usually fantastic about sharing that with you. Yeah. It is a fantastic place to watch the parade or cavalcades or the Dapper Dans or any of those Main Street vehicles, or just, let's be honest, people watch because there is kind of outdoor seating and indoor seating. It was sponsored by Carnation Cafe, but it has like burgers, has breakfast. I really like they have a secret menu firecracker chicken. It was brought out for the Main Street Electrical Light Parade being brought back, and it is good. It is so good. Nice. They also have deep fried pickles, which are fantastic. Nice. So that's a good one. They have, instead of, I forget what the ice cream place at Disney World is called, at Disneyland, it is the Gibson Girl Ice Cream Parlor. Yeah. And that is just,
I love it.
That for me, and like the way my parents kind of did Disney with us and the way we do Disney with our kids, that is like the last stop as you're leaving the park at close, because Main Street stays open an hour. Most of the places on Main Street stay open an hour after park closing. So there's nothing like you've been walking 20,000 steps that day. And just get that little sweet treat. And the Gibson Girl kind of also has that Victorian kind of flair to it, which I love.
I love it.
But so many fun Sundays, and I love that. Another favorite for me is definitely, now it's called Casey's Corner in Disney World. In Disneyland, it's going to be the Coca-Cola Refreshment Corner. It originally was called Coca-Cola Refreshment Corner in Disney World as well. But they not just have Coca-Cola. Now in Disney World, I'll say they bring out all the crazy hot dogs. Like, I love me some crazy hot dogs.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And those corn dogs. It's in the same spot in both places.
Give me a hot dog, a chili dog with mac and cheese on top all day long, every day, twice on Sunday. Yeah,
I love those. I mean, I had, and at Casey's, now I don't know that they're doing it since reopening. So if anybody knows, let me know. But prior to this, they had a hot dog of the month, and it was always insane.
Yeah.
Like, hi, Anthony the Muller Man. I would play music on my teeth, but that's your thing. Definitely check out his channel. I've been somewhat ninja watching his channel, and the things that man can do with his mouth.
Yeah. Anthony your wonder. You are.
Anyway, go check him out. And you never know what I'm going to say. But so these insane hot dogs, I remember I went, and I think I put this on my channel. It was the loaded baked potato hot dog. So it was a foot-long hot dog. It was covered in mashed potatoes. Like sour cream chives, bacon, cheddar cheese. What?
Wow.
It was insane. I love those insane ones. And then there was one, it was like March, I think, of one year. And it was like what you would think of St. Patrick's Day. It was hot dog, corned beef, cabbage.
Oh my goodness. I love it. Wow. I bet that was really good. I bet that one was really good.
I'm trying to think. Oh, and the buffalo chicken one. Okay, so it's a foot long, and they're Nathan's all beef hot dogs, which are the best. Let's be honest. And then they had chicken nuggets, but they were like buffalo chicken nuggets, blue cheese, and like celery sticking out. And I mean, it was just insane. Wow, but they're so good. I mean, there's just something so wonderfully overindulgent about And of course, you have to share. They're too big to eat by yourself. But now at Disneyland, the Coca-Cola Refreshment Corner, they do have like chili cheese hot dogs and things like that. But they also have other things. So they have one of Taylor's favorite things to get is the sourdough bread bowl, which are baked fresh every day. And they cut out the center. And then they take that and somehow make two Mickey ears and pin that in. So you've got this Mickey sourdough bread bowl, freshly baked. And then they fill it with chili. You can get cheese, bacon, onion on top. It's fantastic. The secret menu item, you can get half macaroni and cheese, chili, bacon.
How did I not know this? Okay, I have to have that.
Are you kidding me right now?
I have to have that.
It's the mac and cheese, chili,
more notes, guys.
Another secret menu item, which I love, and guess what? It's only $3.99. I talked about this, I don't know, on a live stream lately, but it's the, just ask them for the secret menu. It's, I believe, called Firecracker. I don't know what that has to do with Main Street Electrical Light Parade, but apparently they named everything Firecracker. It's the Firecracker secret menu item. What it is you get this paper bag that's lined, and then it's like Frito pie, so it's
Oh,
got Fritos in it. It's got Walt's chili. It's got cheese. And it's got jalapenos. Now, my kids like to get it without the jalapenos. They'll do that for you. $3.99. Are you kidding me right now? And it is
oh,
just
how
the most
fun.
delicious little bag of awesome for
Yeah.
$3.99. Crazy.
Wow. And that could be, I mean, that could be a snack or a meal. It sounds like that would be, that you could do that as a meal.
It is, you could do it as a meal. It isn't
Hmm.
that big, let's be honest,
Hmm.
but it definitely is like lunch for me. It
Yeah.
is,
Right.
and especially if I
Right.
steal one of Taylor's little sourdough ears off of her bread bowl.
Hmm.
But really, really great food.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah.
fun. Nico the Greco, I'm going to say two things here. He's asking, in my opinion, is it better to drive or fly to Disneyland? Number one, where are you coming from? So
Right.
that, and how
Right.
much time do you have? Now,
Yeah.
I will always be team drive because I love me a road trip. I really do. I love seeing every, ball of string and, all that kind of stuff. I
All the
love it.
historical markers.
All the historical markers, they it seems like every town has some sort of restaurant where like they have a food challenge. I
Yeah.
always love like finding those and watching people gorge themselves.
Right. Yeah.
So the original like ASMR or whatever that is.
Right.
I,
Right. Right.
but so there's a couple things there. Where are you coming from? So we right now and most of my life have been in the Phoenix area. So it's only if I'm driving a 5-hour drive, anyone else 6. But so I
Punch it.
and I
Punch
love
it.
the drive. I love the drive. I've got my little spots, the big dinosaurs. I like to stop there.
Oh
I like to
yeah.
stop at the I and I'm going to do a video about this because off of the 10 there and you see billboards for like 200 miles telling you that there's really good beef jerky. Now it's not world famous. It's not fantastic. It's not the best you'll ever eat, but it's
But you
really
know
good.
about it.
It's really good because
But you need to stop.
that's the thing. It's really good. So
Oh my goodness.
I always prefer driving. Oh well, Nico the Greco, let's carpool.
Drive it.
No,
Yeah.
I prefer to drive. Now, to be honest, at Disneyland, you really don't need a car, especially if you're like to rent a car or you don't need transportation. Team Disneyland right here because you can go from downtown Disney, Disneyland, uh, Disney California Adventure
Right.
by crossing a courtyard.
Yeah. It's all the
So you're not riding a
esplanade.
plane, train,
Yeah.
automobile, monorail, boat,
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Cross
but
just cross the esplanade. I
but
like that
Nick
word, esplanade.
Esplanade. It sounds so fancy. But yes, I crossing the Esplanade is so technically you don't need a car
Mhm.
at Disneyland, but and I am so excited about this series of videos. I just can't even tell you. So thank you, Dawn, for joining the stream. But
Sure.
I am going to talk about my favorite places to stay at Disneyland, not a Disney hotel. Okay, so I
And
love me
I
Disney.
need that. I need to hear that one.
Uh,
I will.
and most and actually everyone I'm going to tell you either has their own shuttle
Hmm.
or you can
Hmm.
literally
Walk.
walk it.
Walk. Yeah.
And my very favorite, I'm just going to put it out there, the Candy Cane Inn. The Candy Cane Inn
Yeah.
is the best, not on property, on
Yeah. Okay.
property.
So that's
Um,
information that I need. William and Julian stayed, I think, at the Holiday Inn Express when they were there.
mhm.
It was within walking distance. It had, they got a quick free breakfast and then just, maybe a 5-minute walk into Disneyland. They loved it. So and those are lined up
Holiday
there.
Express is great. I've stayed
Hmm.
there as well. My criteria at Disneyland, especially, is how do I get to Disneyland? Can I walk there?
Yep. Yep.
And
Right.
Candy Cane has their own dedicated shuttle that goes every 15 minutes,
Yeah.
and doesn't include breakfast. I have an army of children, and
Now the candy cane, if I'm not mistaken, is also heavily Disney themed, is it not?
Um,
Pretty Disney.
you know, it
I
nestles
mean, it's
up
like
to the
has
back of Cars Land. So that's
okay,
where it is. Literally
gotcha,
from your room, you can see the back of Cars Land. Um,
gotcha.
I wouldn't say it's overly Disney themed, but what it
Mm.
does give you is it kind of gives you that Main Street feel. They have
Yeah.
beautiful botanicals everywhere,
Mm.
and they're so perfectly manicured. Um,
Wow. Yeah.
and it's just beautiful. I mean, it's kind of an old school hotel, you know, kind of that shape, but it's been in the same family owned since opening day of Disneyland, and they really care about it. That is, you just get that feeling. So anyway, but
Nice. Very nice.
we kind of went halfway through Main Street. We will continue this. I hate to keep everybody so late.
Yeah. We need to maybe we could kind of do, several and go all the way around the park and talk about, really
Yes,
cool things in each. New Orleans Square happens to be my absolute favorite.
me too.
So it's this is a great conversation because we kind of we lean heavily towards Disney World because again that's just kind of the direction we go. Disneyland, people need to know about Disneyland. We get a lot of questions about Disneyland, and so to cover the great stuff that's there, and there's so much. I love this, Kelly. I love it. See, I've taken notes. I've got 20 lines of notes here. So
And thank you, thank you. And yes, I agree. And I get so many people asking about
yes,
Disneyland. I really do.
yes,
So I will definitely. I think I've scheduled New Orleans Square next week on Wednesday. So if you can make it, Dawn, I would love it. It is also,
wow,
if I had to pick, I know, whenever you're doing this YouTube thing, and then there's always this question: if you could live in one of the lands at Disney, where I would live in New Orleans Square.
yeah, I would too.
I love New
Yeah,
Orleans Square.
oh, I love it. Yeah, yeah.
So
There's nothing
we'll talk
like
about
it.
that.
Mhm.
Nothing. And we'll continue probably Main Street because we didn't even get to talk about, Jolly Holiday or some of those other things. So,
Love Jolly Holiday.
oh my goodness,
Yes,
it's all those
yes.
Mary Poppins vibes, but freshly baked yumminess every day. And welcome, John, Surf Bomb, and
Hey,
be
John.
safe driving. Be safe driving. But yes, let us know what you guys think of this series of kind of walking through almost at a beginner kind of level, or just maybe learning things you didn't know or refreshing those things as we go through Disneyland, and we'll sprinkle Disney World in there as well.
Sure.
So thank you so much, Dawn. What's your show about tonight?
Thank you. Last night we had a hitchhiker
Uh,
chat. Last
I'm so
night.
sorry. I have been
Uh,
thinking it's Tuesday. I don't know how I got off. Tell me about last night.
just quickly, we last night we talked. Wave and I talked about. We talked about the 50th. Our impressions of the 50th at Walt Disney World was October 1st. We talked about the thing that everybody's talking about. Enchantment and Harmonious, and our impressions of that, and we talked about the things that we didn't like, but we also wrapped it up with the things that we think they've hit a home run with
Oh,
the
I love
50.
that. I love
So
that.
yeah, so it was a lot of fun. We just, oh my gosh, guys, it's kind of long. We just kept going because the chat was so great and we were having such a good time. We did a poll about the 25th. Remember the big birthday cake castle? We did a poll, and
How
it
did it
was
come
like
out? Because I am Team K Castle, but
it was
I'm
like
kind
well, we
of
needed
goofy.
you. So we needed your vote because it was edged out. The no's had it 52 to 48%.
Oh my
So,
goodness!
so it
Wow.
was pretty evenly, matched there. I've got a Instagram post up about it today, and so it was a lot of fun. It was just a fun show. So
Well, if you
go
love
check it out.
Disney and you haven't been introduced to Dawn and her son on the Hitchhiking Bones, I mean, what a
Thank
great
you.
name, number one. But they have a fantastic channel. It's
Thank you.
fun,
Thanks.
it's informative, and it's a nice escape. I love that you give us a place where we can talk Disney, have a little fun, and leave the world behind. so definitely check out Dawn and her
you.
fantastic
Thanks.
channel.
Thanks.
Katie voted with me pro
She
cake.
did,
Can
yeah.
we just say I love it? I think it looks so stinking fun.
Yeah, it was neck and neck. I want a piece, right? I'm a frosting girl all the way. I want a piece of the cake. I thought it was fun. I know that you know there were brides who like canceled their weddings, you know, because of the you know, I get
Calm
that.
down, Bridezilla.
Calm down, you know. But I loved it. I would love to have seen it. We did not make it there that year, but I would love to have seen it. I thought temporary, it's temporary. Yeah, calm down, people. I thought it was cute. I thought it was cute. It was a huge Disney. It was probably one of the biggest chances Disney ever took for like a celebration thing. I loved it. I liked it. So,
I love it. I wish I had been able to see it in person, but I've just seen video and pictures of it, and it just looks so stinking fun. Like, how can you not look at that and just be like super happy?
I saw it. Yeah, I think Tina McNeil was there and saw it. But yeah, I loved it. I wish I had a picture of myself in front of the big Pepto Pink Cinderella Castle cake. I would love that.
Slice me a piece. I love it. Well, thank you again, Dawn, and I hope we can do this again next week. And thank you, everyone, for being here. We'll be back for Brunch with a Bunch on Friday, and then Sunday night, it's all my members are coming on to play Two Truths and a Lie. So we're going to lie to all of you Sunday night. Our last one was so flippin' hilarious. So members, be looking for that invitation on the community page on YouTube, so I can send you the link. Come up with your two truths and a lie. Super fun Sunday night, 9 p.m. Walt Disney World time. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a blessed and magical day, and we'll see you on Friday.